Right, so setup wise for me, ball position was creeping forward, meant your shoulders would aim to the left now because you'd be basically aiming to where the golf ball's gone to, okay? So if the ball is further in that direction, yeah, you have to open up your shoulders or slide massively, which you're unlikely to do. You're more than likely to probably open up your chest. If you play in the racket sports you played, you'd always be moving your body to open up here. They're never to play these shots. So you're more likely when the ball does get too far near your front foot to open up your shoulders, okay? And that was causing the swing to then start going left and resulting in the sort of the swing that you've seen for a while, obviously, where you come to the golf ball and your arms very sort of tucked up here now, trying to hold on to the golf club for dear life, knowing you were going to hit it to the left there, okay? So this one here now, that ball position has gone back a smidge. The handle of the club now is just slightly forward, which is going to help in terms of your launch condition. This is something we're going to look at probably more through the winter, getting your launch condition to be lower. If the ball gets too far forward and you do your kind of face rotation here as you go back, that's adding loft to the golf club, yeah? That little movement there with the club face, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you're adding loft to that golf club. If the ball's too far forward, your golf ball now is going to go whoosh really high. Then you start losing yardage, start hitting it harder, start losing control, ball starts hoiking and hooking all over the place, yeah? So once we get that club face in a better position and the shaft to be slightly forward at a setup, we want to try and get it. The feeling for you now as you swing, okay, is this sort of finishing this way, where your arms are kind of more extended out, almost like Fleetwood-esque type swing, where you're turning your body, you're shifting and twisting onto that left side. And you said many, many years ago, well, a couple of years ago, 18 months ago, that you'd never see, oh, will I ever get to that position through impact hitting a golf ball? You could do it in practice with your eyes shut, couldn't you? There's no ball. It was easy. Physically, you can get there. But actually putting a golf ball in play and seeing your arms into that position, I think that's the furthest I've seen your arms away from your shoulders post-impact, yeah?
Massive.
Yeah? So you're starting to move better. So it shows that your skills are improving. The problem was you had all these skills that you were sort of developing and getting better and better at. The problem was you were setting up in such a way that wasn't good enough and then trying to fight that setup. So your skill set now wasn't actually producing a good shot. It was there to try and save a bad shot. Yeah. And when you get good and you play quite a bit through the summer, you were managing it. But it just got to the point where you're just like, I can't keep doing this. And then you sort of fall off into a cliff and choing, the big ups start coming in. And then under pressure in knockout matches, finals, etc., it's going to be harder. Yeah. Okay. And when it does go, it just becomes like a
I must admit, like it's like after the second and third hole, I was feeling you under pressure. So
yeah, and exactly. And that is never an easy feeling to kind of get out of or try and get through to the side. Okay, so
still good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
long game, we just falling apart.
Yeah, and then it's very tough. So this is the move when you want to try and practice. Okay, hitting shots of just sort of this length. Okay, and it's surprising when you actually swing the golf just to hear how far the ball still actually went, because the golf ball was coming off the club face with more efficient strike, so the launch angle was better. Your hands are sort of just level with the golf ball there, okay? We've seen in the past with your hands behind the golf ball, sort of tucking in, so we get this sort of tucked in position where your hands sort of, there's impact back here, and sort of pulling the arms across. The fact I can still see your glove here means your elbow's trying to sort of hold on to that club face to keep the club face from flipping over, but it's just gone, yeah? You've already hit the ball left and you're trying to hang on to it. So, and if the ball is too far forward in your stance and you're in the ground behind it, there's a good chance you're going to hit the ground and doing it just deflects the club face, yeah? So once that club face deflects and closes, all you're doing is just fighting left all day. And you could hit it right, but the strike would be so bad, you go, well, I ain't doing that, yeah? So you just think, okay, well, I'll try and get a reasonable strike and hope it doesn't go too far left, and I'll aim a little bit further right and then hope it doesn't go too far. So
yeah,
you're fighting all those things. And then round a golf course is tough, okay? So body moving better, okay? Hip shifting, keeping the width in those arms there through the golf ball, so you're now starting to swing the club to where you want to go, and just your control on the face. Where's your glove now? Can't see it. You've released that club perfectly. Look at all those videos and images here. McIlroy sort of posting back with his driver, his gloves disappeared, yeah? It's not because he's rolling his hands over, he's just basically turning his torso, keeping his width there. So this handle now is blocking the left hand. But if you're like this and the glove hand is showing, as you can see there, you're hitting that golf ball in that position where you've come through, you've done this, you've gone... That's when your glove hand is still showing, where the left hand.
And you lost all your space.
Yeah, you're just there and this way. He's disappeared behind that. It's not rolling the hand over because now the glove hand will be underneath this way. Yeah. So it's just getting that club to turn and release through. That way is like.
It's all coming together with that.
Yeah, that's good, man. And to be
look at that.
And in fairness, you've got there literally, I won't say instantaneously, but pretty quick. Yeah. In my head, I was going to say, well, we'll probably get there with a few practice swings, and you might get your arms maybe to about there today.
But maybe it was actually there. We just needed to reposition.
Yeah. Possibly, yeah. Okay, mate. Does that make sense then? Yeah. So
that's
try and get that visual there. Okay. Keep looking at that kind of image there, that sort of release through the golf of how those arms and hands are working. Okay. Rather than that kind of save. The position, the setup is better. You don't need to save a shot. Yeah.
No, cool.
Okay, mate. Right, so a couple more then. So we go. All right.